We turn now to Georgia, where there's growing concern about the plight of a pregnant woman who's been declared brain dead but has been kept on life support for 3 months against the wishes of her distraught family because of Georgia's abortion ban. Adriana Smith is a 30-year-old mother and nurse who suffered a medical emergency in February due to blood clots in the brain, was declared legally dead. At that point, she was about 9 weeks pregnant. She's now about 22 weeks pregnant, but doctors have kept her on breathing machines because her fetus was old enough to have detectable cardiac activity. Georgia's heartbeat law bans abortions after a fetal heartbeat is detected. This comes as Georgia's Attorney General said Georgia's heartbeat bill does not require medical professionals to keep a woman on life support after brain death, and issued a terse statement that, quote, removing life support is not an action with the purpose to terminate a pregnancy. Georgia's maternal and infant mortality rates are among the worst in the country, with black women dying at twice the rate of white women.
Draconian laws, by what you just heard, via conservatives, should enrage every single person watching this video.
She is not being kept alive. She is fully brain dead. At no point was there ever any hope in saving her. Yet the state has forced her family to sit there and watch her body rot in a bed so that it could say it delivered a baby. Actually, delivered's not the word. Surgically removed from a posthumous vessel. Adriana Smith was denied bodily autonomy in her own death. They kept a corpse active until they could pull the fetus from the vessel. That is it. Against her family's wishes, against her own end-of-life wishes. Her family will now be forced to take care of a child that they were not prepared for and saddled with the medical bills. How can you look me in the eye and tell me everything about this isn't evil?
Pissed Off Bartender would rant on the subject, and guess what? He's not wrong in the slightest.
But the state of Georgia denied Adriana her bodily autonomy and dignity in death. The days and weeks that followed, her family found themselves in a desperate battle with Emory Hospital. The hospital believed that the anti-abortion bill that Georgia enacted in 2022, following the gutting of Roe v. Wade, tied the hospital's hands, mandating that Adriana's body, her brain-dead body, remain hooked to machines, not because there was any chance of survival. She had already transitioned, but because Adriana was 9 weeks pregnant, about a month past a missed period, Adriana's body has been turned into an incubator. An incubator with no medical rationale, no ethical reason, and no compassion. Mr. Speaker, from the days of enslavement, black women's bodies have been subject to medical abuse, assault, and degradation in this country. We are more likely to die in childbirth. We are routinely denied medical care. We are dehumanized. And like the case of Adriana Smith, our bodies and our dignity are desecrated in death. This is cruelty. The latest episode in a long history of the experimentation and exploitation of black bodies. I grieve for Adriana's family for the torture they are experiencing, layered with the daily uncertainty they are navigating as they try to do right by their daughter and lay her to rest peacefully. Her parents are by her bedside. Her 5-year-old asks, when will mommy wake up? Adriana should be here today. Her blood clots treated, her voice trusted, her pain believed. She should be decorating a nursery for her little son with her family and celebrating her son's last day of kindergarten, but Adriana's body lies hooked to machines in a hospital bed as part of an unjust medical experiment for more than 3 months. No family should have to endure this.
Many have spoken out, like Massachusetts Representative Ayanna Pressley on the House floor. She passionately laid out the facts of how unjust all of this is.
If you worked in that hospital, if you had anything to do with this situation, I don't care that you just needed to keep your job. I don't care that you were just doing what your state told you to do. I don't care. You chose to be part of this situation, and you are also evil. And I hope beyond any hope that I have on this earth that one day you get yours. You didn't have to make some grandstand. You didn't have to unplug her. All you had to simply do was walk away. In fact, that has been the theme. I'm not mixing politics with this, but this has been the entire theme and why I am standing here today. While most of the stuff that I say is indeed about American and world now politics, I speak about morals. I speak about common sense and common decency. And you can't tell me that those doctors and nurses didn't look down at the body on that bed and know what they were doing was wrong. All it takes for evil to prevail is for a few good men to do nothing. So to the family of Adriana Smith, again, I know it means nothing coming from me. I am just a dude from Alabama. But I am so sorry that all of the few good people around you did nothing. And I am sorry that the state that you live in and the system that it has set up has failed you so horribly you had to experience something nobody should ever see.
Everything they said was true and to the point, and I will add this. If you were looking at this as a right-minded individual, moralistically, you think that you believe in civil rights, you believe in human rights, you believe in bodily autonomy, you believe in women caring as much as men in this world. If you think that, and then you look at this and have no reaction, I cannot associate with you. I want you out of my life. They kept this woman, a brain dead woman, alive through machines because of these laws that were set up for cruelty, which is really also, if we peel the onion a little bit more, because this is layered, it's cruel, it's what MAGA wants, and at the end of the day, this is Christian nationalism, which goes hand in hand with extremism. She's gone. She's gone. And you're keeping her alive. So there is a forced, I can't even call it birth, whatever this is, of a 1 pound baby. That's what Christian extremists want. What are we doing? Like, personally, I think you can practice whatever you want to practice. Preach however you want to preach. Go on the street corner. Do it. I don't care. I actually got targeted once for... I'm not going to even say it. It's ridiculous. It happened in 3rd Street Promenade, California. My wife was there. It was insane. I have a hard time wrapping my head around why our side of the aisle, and leftists in particular, do not care what someone does with their religious beliefs and how they want to go about life. It's just that major distinction and red line where, can't we all just like do our own thing? Why do you have to impose your beliefs on me when I don't believe it? Like, how is that so hard? And they wonder why attendance is down at their churches. They wonder. So what do? They go on the MAGA podcasting tour. They try to have light shows, and Morgan Wallen perform at their sanctuaries. By the way, shout out Drake in the worst way possible, teaming up with Morgan Wallen now. Legendary run down the alt-right pipeline. Regardless, you all just don't get it. And it's shocking to me that you believe this is what your Middle Eastern socialist man would want. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYT Sports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.